Donald Trump is such a master of four-dimensional chess that he drove the Canadian people, who were probably going to elect a conservative party, to elect a liberal prime minister, Mark Carney, thanks to his threat of annexing Canada. So Trump is going around the world and enraging former allies. Canada has always been our ally. We had some skirmishes in the 1800s, but whatever. And they've supported us in a lot of our endeavors. They fought with us in World War I, World War II. They supported us in a bunch of other wars, including Afghanistan. Canada's always had our back. And we've signed free trade agreements with Canada to integrate them significantly with the American economy. And that makes sense because they share a massive northern border. They have a lot of raw materials and resources that we purchase here in the United States. Canada has become so interdependent on the United States and has been such a good ally that they never expected America would turn its back on them. America did so by massively implementing tariffs on all imports from Canada, which has the second and third order effect of destroying businesses in Canada and wrecking the Canadian economy. It is a direct assault on the Canadian people. But it's not just the tariffs. Oh no, Donald Trump is threatening to annex Canada. He's been mocking the Canadians. He called Trudeau the governor, the 51st governor. He is disrespecting Canada directly to their faces. And the Canadians don't like this. And they elected a liberal. So we're going to read some quotes from Mark Carney's victory speech. And I want to tell you this is a good thing, that we've made our closest ally and our northern neighbor this pissed off. And if you think Trump was, so successful at pissing off the Canadians, do you think maybe he's also doing this to the rest of the world? And have you ever considered the second, third, and fourth order consequences for the long-run success and wealth and power of the United States? America's always the best, bro. Always will be. So Mark Carney in his speech said, "Who's ready to stand up for Canada with me?" Stand up for what, Mark? What are you talking about? President Trump is trying to break us so that America can own us. That will never, ever happen. He sounds like he's pretty happy with the United States now, doesn't he? Yeah. But he's the bad guy, trust me, because if you ever question America after they attack you and threaten to destroy your economy, you're a bad person and you're probably a Chinese shill. We are over the shock of the American betrayal. This is the Prime Minister of Canada, who has stood with us for centuries. But we should never forget the lessons. We should never forget the lessons. We have to look out for ourselves and build closer ties to other nations besides the United States. That's my inserted quote right there. So Mark Carney, you can see that there's like fire and passion. And I listened to the speech, or like part of it, and you could see people in the crowd like, yeah. I don't think this is political theater, okay? Trump's actions enrage the Canadian people. And if the same thing happened to America, the American people would be furious at the assault on our dignity, our McDonald's dignity, okay? But this is a symptom of American hyper-arrogance, where we consume more than we produce, and we send the rest of the world paper currency, and they send us goods and services, and then they take our paper currency, and then they buy our bonds, and we think we're just this magic economy when it's all fake nonsense, okay? That's how the world works. So, of course, Trump has to antagonize the Canadians even more, and he posted this on Truth Social. "Good luck to the great people of Canada. Elect the man who has the strength and wisdom to cut your taxes, even though he's raising taxes with tariffs. In half, increase your military power for free." It's going to be for free, bruh. "To the highest level in the world. Have your car, steel, aluminum, lumber, energy, and all other businesses quadruple in size with zero tariffs or taxes. If Canada becomes the cherished 51st state. No more artificially drawn line from many years ago." But America's really mad about that artificial line on the southern border because all those Mexicans are flooding over and all those other Central and South Americans. That's not an artificial line, but the border with Canada is an artificial line, right? Yeah, of course. U.S. stocks, bro. We're the best, bro. "Look how beautiful this landmass would be. Free access with no border. The Canadians really have trouble getting over the border. All positives and no negatives. Yes, so you need to give up your sovereignty because America made you dependent on them, acting as a friend, and then stabbed you in the back. Yeah, no negatives. We'll treat you well, Canada. You can trust us. We would never do anything bad to you. It was meant to be. America can no longer subsidize Canada with hundreds of billions of dollars a year that we have been spending in the past. It makes no sense unless Canada is a state. So apparently we've been subsidizing Canada because Canada provides us with various goods, services, and raw materials. We purchase it and we bring it to America that we use for a variety of different uses. Apparently that means we're subsidizing them. No, America consumes more than it produces. That is a clown show. That goes against everything that I believe in. That is the essence of America, is consumption, devouring, living above their means. They're spoiled rotten and they think that they're better than the rest of the world when they're just benefiting from being lucky to be in a country that wasn't destroyed after World War II or didn't fall to communism with the Soviet Union or the Chinese. That's all it is. So I want to really posit this to you. Do you think Trump is playing 4D chess? Do you think he intended to piss off the Canadians to such an extent that instead of voting the Conservative Party, which it looked very likely they were going to do, they massively slung back to the Liberal Party and elected them instead? And now they have a prime minister in his first speech talking about how they were betrayed by America, how they were stabbed in the back by America, how they will never forget what America did. And you morons think this is a good thing. Canada is not screwing us over. We are screwing Canada over. America is the most prosperous, wealthy, powerful nation in the world. We can issue massive government deficits, live above our means because we are privileged and special. We are screwing the world. The world produces stuff and sends it to us. And in return, we give them dollars, and then they prop up our bond and stock market by taking those dollars and buying treasuries, allowing us to continue to dominate them. We have the better deal in America, but we're changing that very rapidly now, aren't we? Anyway, let me know what you think. Do you think Mark Carney's probably paid off by China, right? You know, it's all Chinese propaganda. Or do you think Trump's a total moron who has no idea what he's doing and is having massive reputational and eventually economic effects on the United States to the negative side? Anyway, like, subscribe, check out the pinned comment. I offer a variety of services, tax preparation. I'll do business or personal taxes, any state in the United States. That includes tax planning. If you've started a business in 2025, you need to make sure that you're paying estimated payments, assuming you made a profit. If you don't pay those estimated payments, you're going to have a massive tax bill at the end of the year, and you're probably going to pay a lot of penalties and interest because you had massive underpayment of taxes. So book a consultation. I can do tax planning for you to make sure you don't get a massive surprise bill. I also do bookkeeping for small businesses. Very important to categorize your transactions and make sure you actually know what's going on in your business so you can make informed decisions. I do sponsored videos, $50 a pop. I do one-on-one consulting, $75 an hour. And I got a book, Stop Being a Broke Loser, all in the pinned comment below. Have a wonderful day.